Just like welcome to an energy update for the end of December going into January. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, and above all, I hope you actually managed to grab some time for you, just to have a time out, just to reconnect with yourself as well. It can be incredibly stressful for everybody, the rushing around, the family commitments, all of those sort of things, juggling everybody's personalities. It's fairly full on. Now, the energy at the moment is a little bit self-reflection energy. It's very much about kind of doing some internal investigations and seeing what kind of like your game plan is for 2024. And I can feel that there's a tremendous amount of people in the collective that are actually really, really tired as well. And I doubly think that you should be asking for energy from the universe at this time as well for yourself, because it's really, really easy to forget in the busyness to forget to actually self-nurture. Can't stress that enough. Now, what we've got coming up, we've got a little bit of a weird January, to be perfectly honest, as well, and that the energy's going to be a little bit fluctuating up, down, all over the place. That's going to cause people to become unfocused, a little bit lack of direction, a little bit less guarded in their emotional states, because we're in emotional energy until about March, which is keys, and it's connected to how you actually deal with your own self. So there's levels of mastery that's actually going on here, being offered to you from the universe if you deal with yourself. So it's very much all about self at the moment. It's very much about you deciding how you want to turn up, you deciding if you want to take offence at what other people do and how they're turning up, bearing in mind they're doing the very best that they can with their life path. Human beings are fantastic. We have a tendency to take things incredibly personally if we feel that a person isn't turning up in the way that we would like them to. But what you have to remember is you're actually expecting that person to turn up as you would, and they're not you. So I kind of feel like this has been a theme I've been saying about for the last couple of months to do with people, is understanding that, yep, okay, and when people say to me, but it's bad behaviour, yep, okay, by your standard it's bad behaviour, by another person's standard, that may be just the way that they actually function. So the key is actually being clear, giving clarity, giving understanding without judgment. Very, very interesting time through January, because I kind of feel like criticism and judgment are going to be highlighted so that you can actually see that you are being critical and you are being judgmental towards yourself. Now, when we're judgmental to other people and critiquing how they actually turn up, it is usually no worse than what you're doing to yourself inside your own head, guys. So it is very, very important to understand so within, so without. So if you are beginning to notice that this is actually happening, or you're noticing other people's behaviour, or you're noticing yourself critiquing other people's behaviour, I want you to think about how much that you're actually critiquing your own behaviour. I can't stress enough, in January there is so much reflective states going on, that it's also time for you to actually go, and brains seem to be all over the place and not having that focus, to bring it back down to baby steps that are actually doable for you in January as well. Now, I have taken the liberty also of actually drawing some of my absolutely beloved inner child cards, which I actually do the readings for, and there's a lot of Nine of Wands showing up. Now, the Nine of Wands in other decks can be about, like, just having that looking forward, recovering from things, and moving forward. In this deck as well, it shows up an awful lot intuitively, this need to kind of escape the humdrum, escape the routines, and go and have a little bit of an adventure. Now, I am noticing this energy that is actually really starting to build for 2024, which is not really wanting to kind of do the conformity, the wanting to actually escape and go on adventures and kind of leave the go off the beaten track, Spirits are saying to me as well. So kind of getting this energy that they're really encouraging us to say, okay, if you're feeling real wishy-washy, you're feeling like you're just sick of everything, then you are in charge of your own destiny, and you're the one that can put some adventures into play as well. So before everyone goes to me, but I've got to get back to work and I've got to do this as well, playfulness comes from within. So even though we actually can be doing responsibility stuff and that sort of thing. It's our choice whether we look at it and go, oh my gosh, I'm not overwhelmed and burdened by this responsibility, or whether you actually look at it and go, do you know what, I can bring a really light, playful energy to everything that I do, and I can make my life an adventure instead of burdening as well. And they're particularly drawing my attention to the little butterflies that are sitting right here across the gate, and they're saying that everything is made up of moments. So it's your choice whether you actually bypass looking at the moments and saying that my adventure has to be amazing, huge, incredible, or bringing it back down to what Spirit calls moments of joy, which I absolutely love, which enables us to kind of look at our life from a different viewpoint and see the whole of our life as our adventure as well. And there's a kind of a need with this. If you're planning something or looking forward to something, we have a sense of anticipation that we usually don't bring to our daily life, and it is really important that you actually, if you're thinking you're elusively grasping that need to find that anticipation again, remember you're the master of your own destiny. It's up to you to look at it as, is this a burden, and this is emotional well-being and equilibrium. Is it a burden, or am I approaching it with a different mindset? Because this is something that's also going to show up in January, guys, is where your mind drifts to. Does it drift to things being a hardship? Then you'll only see hardship, so within and so without. So if you approach it not with expectations, but just what do you bring to the table? You're the person that can bring this wisdom and understanding to yourself by the way that you turn up on a daily basis. And then it is you, the person that you get to actually focus on, and the person that you get to self-nurture and love, so that you get back to more lighter, more playful states as well. Which has made me laugh because I've just drawn the Ace of Hearts. Now the Ace of Hearts, as you can see, it's all about beautiful, heartfelt energy, living from the heart, living intuitively, getting out of your head. Look, January is a really cool energy, making you feel unfocused. So I know I'm going to have a whole lot of people say, I feel really unfocused. And I'm like, that's right, you've been living in your head too much, and you need to come down to really thinking what you want in your heart. Now that is every time I say that to people, they go, but I don't know what I want. No, you don't, because you've been carrying responsibility for so long, you have forgotten what makes you playful, what makes you joyful, what makes you think, I really love my life, and it is your life. So come back to the heart-based understanding that if you don't know what you love about your life, it's time to go on an adventure and actually start to have a look again, because we get to revisit ourselves over and over and over again on the earth plane and redefine who we are, reinvent who we are. Change is inevitable. You're changing every single day. So it's really, really important to understand there's a massive opportunity here for you to actually re-explore your own possibilities and let your heart soar. So I think that's really awesome. Now the other one reminder that you've got is the Emperor's New Clothes. Now the Emperor's New Clothes, the tale of the Emperor's New Clothes was that I think it was the tailor actually didn't get time to do the clothes that he wanted to do for the king. So he actually told a big colossal fib and said that he'd created this amazing, wonderful art, amazing attire for the king, when in reality the king was actually naked. So clearly they're not going to depict the king as naked on this card, but this is a card that actually says you can decide all the time what other people tell you you are or should be, or how you turn up for them, or you can get vulnerable, get naked in your own mind into acceptance of your own qualities and what you bring to the table, and stop that illusion of thinking who you have to be and come back to being who you need to be for yourself as well. And the amount of people that I see, because I get to see the auras around people and the truth of who they really are, they're so amazing and they're so beautiful, and they're still hiding themselves under a platform of what they think society thinks that they should be, or how they should turn up for other people, whether it's work, whether it's play, whether it's relationships, and they're forgetting that that cost of that illusion is actually holding you back from your beautiful, amazing, unique self. And this is what you're here to learn. So in January, as you're coming into your heart-based energy and you're thinking, there's a whole lot of traits that I actually really love at me, I'd like you to investigate that. What are the unique, amazing traits that you bring to the table? Not the things that you do, but who you are, and have a look and start to actually celebrate that, and that will kick you off into some awesome energy into January. Stop you being so unfocused. Remember what I said, if you are in your head in January, you're going to be unfocused, wishy-washy, struggling to stay on task and on direction, and it's because you're not in your beautiful heart-based energy, which you need to deeply connect with yourself. Have an awesome New Year's, and please look after you. You're so valuable on the planet at this time, and you're adding to the collective consciousness with every little step you take back towards your truthful self, and you need to be so proud of yourself about who you are and the amazing person that you are to be here at this incredible time. Take care of you. Shine on.